Alright, so this is the continuation of where I stopped in the very first video, but sorry, let me just cancel this. This is Feedback Alliance, by the way. If you are stumbling on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like this particular video. Turn on your notification bell also. So where I stopped was this blue instance 5 and the BlueStacks multiple instance. So like I said, the BlueStacks multiple instance is just like your more, you can still say um BlueStacks multiple devices, right? But it doesn't end there. Multiple instance e-manager. So it's just like your device manager. That is, it's through this place you can create other device. I don't know if you guys are getting me. You can't create any other device from this your BlueStacks 5. This is just like the workstation. Now understand me, any profile you start from here, we like is going to influence this place, right? So let me just show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. Remember, this video should not be more than 6 minutes. So I'm looking at my time. So as you can see, this particular instance is showing stop, which means I have a device running already in this laptop, right? And remember what I said, this BlueStacks 5 is just like the workstation or app player rather. So let me show you. This is my multiple instance manager and this is the workstation or app player. Now see that instance that is showing stop. I just want you guys to understand this part. This instance that is showing stop now is this one that is active here. So this is just like my Android device here, and of course this is the service site we are going to be talking about, this Bounce app. But funny enough, I can't enter this app now because my VPN is off and I don't want to risk my account, right? So this is like an app inside my emulator. So we have not gotten here. Let's go back. I'm just trying to explain the app player and the multiple instance. So when it shows like this, you can decide to leave it on or you can still leave it sorry, you can decide to leave it at this stop or you can still off it. It's just like you turning off your Android device for the meantime. So let me just click on stop, right? Let me click on stop. And after doing that, if you look where, wait, let me try and raise this thing up for the sake of those of you that can't see where. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll reduce this, then I'll carry it up. So I believe all of you can see the screen now. So this is the instance and this is the folder, right? So I don't want to create any folder now. That is not what you are looking at in this video. So let me just delete the folder and let's focus on the instance. Now, this is where you create and like this is where you create your multiple instance. But please, before you create any instance, check your device specification. You understand? My device can carry two. I had three in my device and the device was hanging. I had to remove one. My device specification, let me show you you guys, so those of you that might want to know. So this is my device specification, 8 gig RAM, and see the storage, the graphical card, and yet three instances was lagging on the device. So you have to take note that this BlueStacks is a powerful software. You don't just do it, you don't do, sorry, you don't just set it anyhow on your device. You might end up spoiling that device, right? So these are the two I have for now. So for the sake of this video, I'll be creating another instance. Now I'll click on this instance. If you look where you're going to see something like plus and of course I don't know that shape there, so you click on it. When you click on it, you're going to see two options here. Please don't click on clone instance, you understand, because they'll just give you an option to clone an already created instance. So I don't know if you guys understand. You go to fresh instance. Please, I'm rushing because of time. And when you go to fresh instance, you don't just click next. You click on this drop down arrow and see that thing I explained in the first video. You understand? Whatever you use when you are downloading the app, that is what you use for your instance, right? I don't know if you guys are understanding the linkage now. So I used Pi 64. Let me still show you. Let me still show you so that you understand what I'm saying here. See all versions. See the particular version my BlueStacks is downloaded on. Look at it, by 64 bits. And this is what I'm going to use as, like, this is the exact thing I'm going to use when setting up my instance, by 64. Please take note. Already is installed already, right? But it's installed already, but I'm still going to use it for this instance I'm creating. So by 64, you click on next. So you're going to see some other options, CPU cores. Let's just say cores is just like the ability of your system to multitask, right? Like this my system, I think I don't really know the core, I've not checked it, but um I think the core should be between I have no idea of that now, but let me just explain this core for you guys. Cores is just like the ability for your system to multitask. So you the lower the core in any system or phone, the lower the multitasking ability. That's the ability of me to split screen, you understand? Like splitting screen into three different places, four different places. That is the work of the core. The core is just like one of the brains of the computer. Or I can still say it's the brain of the computer too. So I won't dwell here because of time. So please, anything you are choosing here, you have to be careful because they are collecting some cores from your external PC to create this device. This is also one of the disadvantage of having multiple instance because, for instance, if you are using high core or these four cores here and you create three different devices here, just imagine collecting four cores times three from your external PC. The system might just spoil. 4 times 3 is 12. That is this your BlueStacks emulator is using 12 cores from your external PC. How will I put it? From your external PC rather. So please, for safety, me I always choose two. You understand? I always go with two. So I don't know how powerful your laptop might be, but for a default settings, I'll tell you to go with two. So I'll just click on it. And of course, you guys should understand this memory allocation. You Most of you have Android phones, and you know some phones are 2 gig RAM, 4 gig RAM, 8 gig RAM, and thereabout. So I always go with 2 gig RAM because any this thing you're choosing here, any gigabytes, abi this GB, sorry, not gigabytes, any space or memory you're choosing here, they are collecting it from your external PC's memory. Like mine is 8 gig RAM. Just imagine now, me, I'm creating three instances, for instance, and I'm using 4 gig RAM each. Just imagine that. It's just like 4 gig RAM, 8 gig RAM, and the laptop will spoil now if I use this enhanced too. So for safety reasons, I'm using 2 gig RAM here, right? So I can decide to create three different instances here. Oh. I can decide to create three different instances with this 2 gig RAM, and my laptop might survive because it's not up to that 8. But just imagine my laptop now in 8 gig RAM, and let's just say I create four of this standard, which is 2 gig RAM. You understand? Just imagine that. So please, that is why I'm stressing myself, suffering to explain this so you guys don't make a mistake. Just go with the default settings. If your laptop is 8 gig RAM and below, first of all, don't use Pi 64, use Pi 32, right? Then always go with this standard, or you can go with lower self or this basic. You understand? But the thing with this basic is some apps that you might have in your emulator, like you cannot compare the apps that a 4 gig RAM, which is the enhanced, can carry, or a 2 gig RAM, which is the standard, can carry, to the one that's basic can carry. So that is that. I'll go with standard because of my system. And this other one, this your DPI is just like how you want your icon, how big you want your icon to be. So me, I don't want it to be that big, I don't want it to be that small, so I will go with 240. And this your instance count too is very important. Please and please, let it always be at one. Please, let it always be at one. Anything other than one is at owner's risk. So I'll create this instance, and after creating it, I'm going to end this video right here. The next video, I'll be explaining more about the already created instance. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to ask your questions after watching this video. Comment your questions and I promise to give you an a answer rather. So thanks for watching once again.